reached the third day, which is hump day. Where I struggle the most. I've got aches upon aches upon aches. 6 a.m, I better go.
Then around the world, leg 3, Mumbai to Kathmandu. After 3 days on the road, I finished the 5-day leg from Mumbai to Goa. Keep watching at the end for my top repair kits for your touring bike. The road's starting to change. Day 3. And heading into more of the hills, apparently, according to the guys I met yesterday. I'm feeling absolutely drained. That's the classic bus you get all across India. That's the overtake. They're very good. I think they get there fast because they just overtake everything at full speed. Day 3 on the road, hump day, and I'm really struggling, especially in the heat. The beautiful cloud cover from yesterday is gone. Wow, I'm so sweaty. And also the hills have started, the cuts have started, so I'm just sweating off all my sun cream. Hopefully I won't get too burnt. I met another awesome duo, this time on a bike, a motorbike, an Enfield. An Israeli couple riding to Kerala, so I'm going to try and meet them in a couple of days down the road. A good road's ended. I found a dream back road. This could either be a big 20k detour, or it could be a beautiful, quiet for once, horn-free little cut through. We'll see. Who would have thought, just off that highway, there's an oasis of calm. Good morning. I spent an amazing night in an Indian farmhouse with a beautiful family, beautiful food, and now my host has shown me a shortcut which is silent. I've seen one Jeep so far this morning. It's so amazing to be taken in. A truck passed me and this guy hops out. I thought he just wanted to take a selfie, but it turned out that he owned the farm land around, and I asked to camp and he said, why don't you come and stay with me? So I stayed on their front room and was treated like a king. I'm so incredibly lucky. So incredibly lucky. What amazing people here in Maharashtra. I'm hunting for a campsite for my first time camping in India. And I should probably use both hands while I'm off-roading. I'm well and truly in the forest now. I had a slight fight with a thorn bush, which is going to be a bitch. And I'm so muggy, look at that. I'm well up a farm track, this by the side of the highway. So, and I'm invisible from the track itself. So I'm hoping just to be able to cook up here, camp on this quite nice soft grass, and not get an audience, which I've heard is common here. I've been past all of the school children on the way on the highway. They've just got out of school. I don't really fancy an audience while I cook beans and pasta. So, on that note, I'm all freshened up and I've got my pasta on. So far I've yet to be disturbed. My first time camping in India. The mosquitoes seem to have gone away with my repellent, which I was recommended here. So good I got two. And so far I've not met any snakes or tigers, which the family I stayed with last night warned me about. That's the exciting part of potentially camping in India. It's my first time in the bivvy in 30-degree heat. It's doing well against the bugs, but I'm somewhat sweaty. I found I can use the giant Gore-Tex sock as a sort of billows to get some fresh air in from the mosquito net. But who's telling what it's going to be like to sleep tonight? was getting easy, the road got a lot worse. One good thing though is I've got cloud cover again. Hopefully it won't burn off until lunchtime. I can get some cool riding in. After 5 days and 500 kilometers riding in India for the first time, I crossed the bridge from rural Maharashtra to tourist-filled Goa. I made it to Goa. My first few days riding in India were dirty, a little bit scary, much more welcoming than anywhere I've been so far in the world, and I'm the most well-fed that I've ever been as well. Not convinced about this co-living space yet. I'll give it a few days and then see where I can head to work for the next few weeks. I'm a bit sad not to be back on the road again for another few weeks, but I think it'd be better to be somewhere more populous for Christmas and New Year, the first ones away from my family, which is very sad. I'm going to miss everyone, but for now, that's enough cycling. If you're going away for as long as I am on a bike, then one thing that you'll need a lot is repair kits. This is my Thermarest, which is probably what helps me sleep the best. Anywhere from super cold mountaintops in Turkey to warm forests surrounded by tigers in India. But as you can see already, after 9 months, it's pretty much potholed with patches. So here are the top repair kits that will help keep you on the road. So first of all, camping mat. I've got these two types. One is the field repair kit. This repairs, little glue dots, repairs in about 15 minutes. So when I'm on lunch and I got woken up in the middle of the night by a flat mattress, that works straight away. These ones are the permanent kit, which I'm doing now, so I'm in a hostel. These take about 3 hours to fix. Yeah, you have to be camped somewhere out, unless you're gonna have a 3-hour break at lunch sometime. Next is this, my little sewing kit. I've so far cycling hat. The most important thing for keeping my wrists from becoming numb are these cycling gloves, but pulling them off every day, using them every single day is not what they're designed for, so I've already sewed those up several times. The sewing kit is pretty useful. Then obviously there's the bike repair kit itself. Amazingly, I'm not sponsored by them, but these inner tubes, the Cannondale, I don't know, tour tubes, but mainly the Schwabler Marathon tyres mean that so far in 7,000 kilometres I've only had 2 unique punctures. And then obviously a lot of these patches is useful. I found though, I don't know whether they're in here, that you can just use, oh no, these are the proper patches as well, you can just use instant stick ones. They seem to be pretty much as good as the main ones, to be honest, and they only take a few minutes to do. But yeah, a spare inner tube is also occasionally useful. And then this is my repair bag. So inside, let's see, I have a lot of cable ties. So these are super useful. My rack, when my front rack came off in Austria, doing a bit of off-roading, I repaired, just with cable ties, I managed to repair the rack until I made it to the next town and I could order a replacement rack. In this one, we have Gore-Tex repair. So I've got my waterproof jacket from Arc'teryx, which is doing well so far, but Gore-Tex patches are useful if you get rips in that. Also, my tent is Gore-Tex, and yeah, I don't want gaps for rain, but also don't want to let the bugs in, so that's pretty useful. Then I've got reflective tape. Basically, if I get any new bit of clothing or bag, I like the sort of black bags, but they do make me a bit invisible in the night. I stick some reflective tape on, and that helps. Batteries, you can just buy these anywhere, to be honest, but I thought I might run out on my satellite tracker, so I bought lots of batteries that are a specific kind for my satellite tracker, but actually it's a bit of a waste of space. And next, and most interestingly, I've got this Swiss Army knife. So when I said to my friend Matt, I've got a Swiss Army knife, he said, oh, I've got one too. But yeah, this one is the Swiss Army knife, the issue Swiss Army knife, which is good for chopping vegetables basically, and getting stones out of horses' hooves. But again, because I'm away for 3 years, I've got with me a set of maintenance kits for it. So I have a sharpener from Victorinox. I also have some oil for the mechanism, so every time I wash it at a stop, I dry it out and then I put some new oil on, because yeah, this is the most important thing for cooking. I can use it for opening the tins, all the exciting stuff that you need when you're camping out. That does the job. Then we get into the bike repair kit. This one is a little bit heavier. So I've got spare spokes. Amazingly, with my 36 spoke wheels, even with 52 kilos plus my weight on the top of the bike, I've not had to use any spare spokes yet. But what I have had to use is spare chains. So I've actually got 2 spare chains with me at the moment, just because I'm going to go into the Himalayas and there'll be less, and maybe rural China as well. Although actually, Shimano's a Chinese company, maybe it's Japanese. Oh yeah, Japan. So I may not be able to get the right chain in the remote places that I'm in. So I've got 2 spare chains. With a good tool though, you can actually just take links out of an existing chain that break and last a pretty good time with it. Here's my second spare inner tube. Grease, I think this is really easy to overlook, but I've had bolts seize, and I've also had my seat tube seize in the tube. And if you're flying like me or traveling with the bike in different places, you need to take those things off once in a while. So grease is awesome. Also, yeah, if you're fitting new things like a bottom bracket, which is over here. Again, all these bearing components will wear out after a while. My bottom bracket's got a nice creak in, so sometime in the next few days I'm going to switch out the bottom bracket. This is where the pedals go. Hey, check out my lizard, mate. I'm at the bottom of the bike. And for that, if you don't put it in with grease, especially on my steel frame, you're never going to get it out again. So this is actually super valuable. I'm really happy with that. To put that in, I've got these specialised tools that fit the bottom bracket and let you take it off. These, I've gone back and forward against. These are the headset spanners. They work on the pedals as well, and also work on the components that take the bottom bracket out. But they're a bit heavy. But so far I've used them once. And then the most important thing, random selection of bolts. When my front rack came off and lost the specialised washer that it came with, I just piled up a few of these nuts, a few of these washers, and it fits nicely. So yeah. Oh yes, and also in this bag I have one brake and 1 gear cable. It's not happened to me yet, but a lot of people have seen these break because you're changing gears and braking continuously all day, every day. So I've got a few sets of those just in case. And these brake pads, I've been through 2 pairs of these so far. you're stopping a lot of weight going down those hills. And interestingly, I found these sort of changeable ones, which are on the bike right now, aren't so good, because if you're holding the bike weight up on a sloped hill, it just pulls the insert out of the brake, and that's not very useful. So these are just standard mountain bike brakes, and yeah, I'm carrying a couple of pairs. I'll just replace these when they get worn down to the metal, and pick them up in every new town. My bike is so standard, nice and old, and so everything I need I can buy pretty much in every country in the world, and everything else I can just bodge with a repair. It's a nice way to be. Do you think I'm carrying too much? Leave a comment below. Next week is my pilot's guide to paragliding in Goa. Subscribe and hit the bell icon to get it first.